What's good? It's your boy TheCzarr, all right, reserve, coming to check in with you. I got a video I want you guys to hear. Now, the first thing I want to say, I am not making a point to say that what he said to the officers was right. I'm not saying his attitude or anything was correct. But what I am going to tell you is the importance of him realizing what these officers were doing. I'm gonna let you hear it for a second. Hold on.
Sat in the corner and watched me till I pulled off. That's on video.
And I will post below.
Sir, what are you pulling me over for? First, you're pulling me over for tinted windows? All right, I have a tint permit for my vehicle, and which you already know that because your buddy right here is from the March 25th stop that originally stopped me. So I won't be providing any information to you until your supervisor gets here. I feel threatened, so I'm asking you to call for your supervisor. I'm asking you for a second time, sir, to call for your supervisor, please. Sir, you don't have a valid reason to stop my vehicle. I'm asking you to please call for your supervisor for the fourth time. You're refusing to provide information? Sir, I'm not providing any information until you call for your supervisor. Your stop is not even valid because you turned around and you pulled my vehicle over after watching my car. You guys waited for me to leave. I watched you. It's on tape. Sir, I'm not stepping out the car until you don't have a right to open my door, sir. You don't have a right to open my door, sir.
That one part there is what I want to show you first. Now, the moment, Now, the moment that happened, it just escalated that whole situation instantly. That is called an ultimate escalation. That is when a cop is trying, like, he opens the door like that, it could be on. Like, it's not even, it has to be shot. He's trying to agitate you right there. You get me? That's called agitation. Don't fall for it. Yo, if you fall for that agitation, you're going to end up in a situation far worse because it can be assaulting an officer. You can go to try and say you're defending yourself, but he had video, so he lucked out. A lot of you don't have video. So if you don't have video, he could say anything. But right there, that's causing confrontation. They legally cannot just open and pull you out the car without reasonable suspicion. Now, let's say that you just shot at somebody. He could snatch you out the whip and, like, come on. If he just seen you shoot at somebody and he's trailing you for a violent crime, yeah, he could do something like that. But other than you being in a stop, they cannot do that. But that's why I say you got to do the right things, because in certain situations, they can be like that. But that's trying to stop you from committing violence, not to, like, stop you in the car while you're driving home. Like, come on now. Another thing, to people that steal and different things of that nature, when it comes to that and dealing with cops, you got to be very careful. They've shot thieves, like, escaping a store, because what they say is you're leaving with something of value. And because you're running with something of value, they're putting a value on your detainment because of this. Your money when you're locked up. How many they get, like, 40,000 a year off each hit in prison. It's money. It's all about money. You got to think. All right. Now, that was part of what I wanted to show. That part specifically. Another part, one more part I want to see. I figure out how the YouTube thing starts to stop.
I'm not refusing to comply. I do not feel safe. I'm not refusing to comply.
It's working to the part.
I'm not refusing to comply. You can shut my door, and there's the tip limit right there for the vehicle right there. You can pick it up. Sir, there's the tip limit for the vehicle. There's the tip limit for the vehicle, sir. Matter of fact, just because I'm operating a motor vehicle, I'm going to give you my license, but you can call for your supervisor.
Okay, so he said he's going to give him his license, and he said he got a temperament for his tent. So he's trying to show him and give things now. He's just trying to be patient about it. But check this out.
Can you shut my door, please? Can you shut my door, please? All right, just so the sake, so I won't get shot, okay? I'm going to give him my registration, and I'm going to give him the insurance and my temperament for the vehicle. But as you can see, like, I started recording before I even got in my car, and you seen him sitting across the street waiting to stop my car. As I told you, I'm already a target if I fill up.
Now, I got to say this. He's very brave, because he's talking to the camera and sort of your eyes are off that cop. I always keep a situation in my visual. He turned his head to talk to us, but you got to be careful because listen, this guy ain't playing. You can hear the cop. I don't know how many of y'all been arrested or anything like that, but trust me, you get the feeling and the vibes when you know it's for real. You know it's real. This is real. And he's still talking to you. The cop could be pissed because he's doing that and say, this is disrespect. What did I tell you to do? And it gets even higher. So you got to be careful when it comes to that, yo. I'm telling you, listen to me. We are going to be in situations in the future that might cause you to be in this same situation. I lie to you not. And I'm being as honest as possible. You need to know the right things to do if you want to still make it home to your family or the people you care about. I'm going to help to give you some tips in what to do, how to think, how to move. These things I've experienced, I lived it. I'm helping you, okay? And I'm looking at this situation. The thing that I am going to be critical of is not so much about him on camera. You want to be on view. You want to do what he's doing. But my thing is, the moment that officer opened the door, that would change my temperament. I immediately would have did what he's doing, like he's doing, but I would have asked for a supervisor immediately. Could I see your supervisor? Because I know you just did not openly do the right with the law. So if I was the cop coming to do that to you, I'm thinking beyond and above. If I open your door, something we probably about to fight because nobody's going to sit there and just let you open their door. Like, come on, and you're the like that's a problem. Your supervisor should have came and pulled you right back to the office. We got to talk because you're going to get me hemmed up in a lawsuit and we're going to lose millions because you want to be forceful and open a door for no reason. Just let him get his stuff and do the stop, run through the procedure, send him on his way, or detain him. Detain. Listen to me. Detain. Not let him walk off right after. Not sit there and argue back and forth. Detain him and bring him back. They always want to sit back. Yo, detain him or let him go. You got to make a decision. You're messing up business. While you're messing with this one guy causing an issue, you could find somebody actually doing something. You'll be shocked how many times you move on, you find something. Like the moment you let up and say, all right, he cool, you go on, you find something immediately. Way worse. It's like it works that way. Life just works that way. The universe, it works that way. If you leave this one guy alone and you move on, you'll get what you need to get. You'll get your quota. You'll get everything you need. There's someone doing something far worse. You have my word. You have my word. You just are so caught up on the image. Don't look at the image. Okay. All right. Because I say I help on both views. I'm objective, right? Hard-hitting, objective perspective. If I am the officer, I am not going to spend so much time on the one situation. You want to know why? Because I know in a given day that it's not the image. People with the image, they're going to try and be clean, not really doing nothing because they want you to see them and want you to react. So I'm looking for the people that look like they're following the law perfectly. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. It works every time. I mean, and it's crazy because they never think of it. They go, they never think, I'm on everything. All right, whatever. On everything. I know more people in a business suit that made more moves than anybody wearing a street clothes. That's on everything. That's on everything. Made way more moves. I mean, I said, like, my heart dropped, and I said to myself, he's in a suit doing that. Oh, he's catching up with his buddy in a suit. In all the investigations we did here, it was dudes in suits. It ain't have nothing to do with a street dude. He gonna do some low-level crime, but I want to shake up the entire force. So I'm going for the man in the suit before I'm going for the street thug. What, he gonna give me a bag? Why? Why am I going for him? Nah, I'm going for the dude who's gonna lead me to a kingpin. Don't that make more sense? Like, it's like they don't think. And I'm so confused because I'm seeing it. Like, I'm just chilling, seeing it, not even trying. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. He just done slammed that nigga with his pants. Oh, excuse me. You know, I don't know, YouTube, whatever, had to come out or whatever. The thug, whatever, chilling. And you want to run down on him when you don't even realize the dude with glasses wearing tight pants and a plaid shirt just robbed the convenience store without them knowing it of like $10,000. Like, they don't think, like, they want to look at somebody, say they're thugging. They got to be doing bad. But no, I say, and here's what makes the difference between you and I, and why I got respect for what I did over what y'all did, okay? Because when I looked at a situation, I was like, why am I looking at the person thugging when I'm looking at this dude who looks like he has intellect to his criminology, making certain decisions that I'm not looking at? Just by the brand of gum you see a person buy, you can figure out like personalities. Look it up. I can't remember the name of the technique, but I will look it up and say it back to y'all. There's a technique where you look at what somebody buys, what they wear, and you can figure out exactly how it puts together their personality and whether they could be a criminal or not. It's deeper than that, but that's why you got to study and go to school and get this knowledge so you can be able to do it. But that's neither here nor there. The thing about it is, I believe in this situation that he made the right choice in saying what he said to the camera, but his demeanor could have been better towards the officer to reinforce that. Just because he's doing all that, I ain't got to be aggressive or angry at him. I ain't even got to be mad, but he's talking too much to the people on the side. You got to watch your enemy. This guy's in front of you. I don't know what this cop you could have went to talk to somebody and he thinks you're going to grab some. Like, it's like that. It's not right. It's not right, but it's like that. I'm not lying. So you got to be respectful with it. You have to. You can't sit there, even if you're mad, you got to maintain composure like he did, okay? I'm telling a lot of young people, because I said this yesterday, his composure is what you need. I saw he's an activist, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be composed like that. Anything could happen. There's another part I want to show you. Hold on.
So for the sake of being smart and to avoid a confrontation, I'm gonna give up my registration and the insurance card too.
Good move.
Just for the sake of not getting shot.
You ain't, but hold on, real quick. What I'm saying, dog, is that part. Like, you don't need to add that verbally. Like, it's cool. You could think it, but when you're saying that, you know how you speak things into existence? Like, you're like changing the whole atmosphere around you. Like, you were good to that point. When you said that, it ran through his mind. Understand, words, keywords, it runs through people's mind. The moment you said that, now he's thinking about his gun. You get that? Like, he may have been thinking it, he may have not been. But the moment you said that, he thought of it. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. He was like, he started saying, oh, shot? Oh, you mean with this on my hip? Well, if in his head, he's punking you in his head. He's not going to say nothing. He's going to be like, well, if he don't do what I say, you're going to see what that means. Like, yo, I'm trying to tell you criminology. That's what he thought. Whether he did nothing or not. Watch how he starts talking to him.
Registration. Are you going to call for your supervisor, yes or no? Are you going to call for your supervisor, yes or no? Okay. Insurance card. And just so everybody can see this, I'm reaching for my cell phone. Cell phone? Okay. This is the officer right here from March 25th who originally stopped my car. So you guys can see him. All right? Yeah. And as you see on the tape, they sat over in the parking lot. They targeted my car and waited for me to pull off and then pulled the vehicle over. Yes, you do. Yeah, you do. And here he is right here on the car cam, so I'm going to turn it this way, too, so you can see it. And let me turn it this way. All right? There we go. 10 minutes right there, sir. You still have my door open. I'm requesting that you close my door to the vehicle. Okay.
So he gave him the information. He closed the door. The cop closed the door now.
Just for the sake, okay, of not getting shot, because you already see, and I'm going to put this directly online, okay?
Now, if he said that then when the cop left, it was cool. But when you said it and he was there, he thought about it. It came across his mind that it'll be a lie if he say he didn't. He was like, shot. Oh, yeah? Like, come on.
Is that I'm targeted by these cops. I'm at a press conference for Brandon Tate Brown, okay? Targeted by these police officers who sat over in the corner.
And let me say something quick. I believe him. I believe him. Now, I don't know if you guys knew me in the past. Some new people, some of y'all just showing up. In the past, I told the stories of how I was targeted. Okay? I explained how. I explained what happened. I explained what they were doing. I even at that time in a video, way in the past, explained right after they did it to me. Having it on video when I was going to do my videos. They were waiting in the parking lot for me. They were pulling up, waiting for me. When I would walk over, like a lot of times in my videos, dog, I wasn't just reacting to anything, just talking. A lot of times I was watching because they were hunting me. Like it wasn't a game. I know what he's saying. I know how it go. That's what happens. That's how it was. Like you guys don't understand. Like me doing the channel, it was the realest part of life. Most YouTubers, they show you a scenery, a setup. When I was doing that ish, I was walking around, they were everywhere, pulling up beside me, pulling up, saying things to me, pulling up, trying to frisk me. When I'm talking to y'all on YouTube, it's not a game. That's what I try and talk to y'all. Y'all don't listen though. That's the thing. Trust me. Now understand, with great power comes great responsibility. I made alliances, built teams, built infrastructure, made good friends. That's how I fought that. You need to understand the way these things work. It's real. Like if people say it ain't real, it's real. Trust me. He ain't lying.
For me to pull off and then pull me over, which is the original officer from the March 25th stop, okay? So keep that in mind. My iPhone is recording, and in addition to that, my park cams are going too. And let me turn one back here so you can see them behind me. No, call 911 for a supervisor. That's the cop that stopped me March the 25th. They targeted me, bro. They were sitting behind the bank and turned around and pulled my car over. I got it all on tape. They were scheming on me. And he tried to pull me out the car again, but for the sake of not getting shot, I just gave him my information. But I need somebody to call for.
Now, respectfully, to the cop's defense, he didn't try and pull you out the car. He opened your door, but he didn't try and pull you out. He didn't grab you, because if he grabbed you, y'all would have went for a ride. He didn't grab you, so he just opened your door. That's too far. Hear me. That's too far. But he didn't, like, you got to be careful because he didn't try and pull you out, because they'll break your story down in court. Oh, we see the video. When did he try to pull you out, sir? In court, they'll attack that. They'll say, how trustworthy is he? He don't even know if he was pulled out or if a cop opened his door. Like, they'll get you on that. You got to be honest with everything. Not saying that you're not honest, but you got to tell it exact, or they'll make you pay in court. They'll make you pay.
Supervisor. Thank you. You seen that, right? You seen it. That's the cop that stopped me on March the 25th. That's the cop that stopped me March the 25th. They targeted my car. It's all on tape. Exactly. Yo, somebody call 911 and call for a white shirt. I need a supervisor here. I said it when I got in my car. It's on tape. I got it on tape. It's all on tape.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but I'm paranoid and I bait police though, right? This is what I want everybody to see. I'm paranoid and I bait police.
Now, I don't know what to feel about that part. I'm confused. I get you say you're paranoid, but you bait police. I guess he's using it as a expression, like saying, I guess I bait police, or I bait police. I don't know if he's making a statement. I'm kind of confused right there. I'm kind of torn objectively, hard-hitting objective perspective. Objectively, I'm torn. Why would you bait police? Why would I bait them? I'm trying to figure out why he bait them, or whether he's saying, I guess I'm baited by police. I'm not getting it. It's the English language. It could be many different ways.
Sometimes you got to pick and choose your battles and be smart, because I'm already a target for the sake of not getting shot. And now there's people here, you know what I'm saying? But for the sake of not getting shot, okay, here go a bunch of witnesses that seen this. Whole crowd of people. All right? I told you, target. I'm a target. Exactly.
Again, I too much talking with the audience. That's too much. And in any split second, he could, I can't, like, the things I've seen, and I know, when it comes to all right, he could just come back. All right, say the cop's having a bad day, or he comes back and he got another call, and he's getting sick and tired of dealing with you. And he comes back and he's just like, hey, here's your stuff back, or whatever, you're good to go, or whatever you're doing. If you're doing all this movement, he could say that you're trying to pull something out, even though you're talking to the audience. In a stop, just remain still. You don't gotta entertain everybody. You gotta chill. Yo, I'm telling you, you gotta chill, yo. You gotta chill. That extra movement, cut it. Y'all gotta sit there and chill. Because honestly, if I was on the call, I wouldn't know whether you're going to grab something quick, or like, you don't know. I don't know. I can't say. There's no way to say. So that's a dangerous choice. Trust me, it's dangerous. Yo, he could pull up and start bucking on you and try and validate it in court. Like, I'm telling you, y'all gotta chill. I feel him, but that's too risky. Too risky. I know all type of cops that would have let loose. I know all type of cops they would have let loose. Just not only because they're antagonized by the crowd, but it's the pain of what's being said. And he's saying, I'm just trying to do my job. Understand, his vision isn't there. And I'm talking about the Caucasian officer. I get what you're saying about the other guy, because he's the one targeting you. I get that. But understand, the Caucasian officer is just doing his job. He ain't going to sit there while you're beefs with him and let you turn around, make a bunch of movement. He ain't about that. He going to pull up and let it loose if he can. Be careful, y'all. Cease all that movement when the cops are there. Give them what they need, if applicable. Fight your day in court, yo. Fight your day in court. Trust me. That there will save you. It did it for me when I was young. Listen, TheCzarr would have, when I was young, I would have, if I was, I would have been out of here if I was doing all y'all doing. All that stuff, man. Do you know how many times I would stop? You know how many times I had to deal? Are you for real? Y'all are, that's how I know a lot of people wasn't in and out dealing with stuff like they say they were. Whether they're celebrities or normal people, I can tell. Because y'all actions don't show. Y'all literally be getting bagged or be making dummy moves when it comes to that. Like, oh, the cop, let me make a grab, or let me toss this. No. And we're going to talk about that tossing stuff. Y'all got friends riding in y'all cars dirty. That's part of the problem. Riding dirty all the time. And then when they get caught, they toss it on your floor. What's going to happen to you? Don't you know when you get stopped in a car, if a friend toss a bag or whatever on your floor, you're gone. Son, you're gone. It goes to you. And then what is he going to say? No snitching. Right? Yo, am I lying? Stop, no snitch on me. Don't say it was mine. Mad respect to the people I had on my side. When those situations came up, he said, that was mine, officer. Stand up. So that's my thing. That was young. I was young doing that. I ain't say a word. Respect, man. Respect. He took that one because it was his. Anyways.
That's the same dude from March the 25th, and what he did, they switched seats so his partner could pull me over. Right. That's the same one that pulled him That's the same one that pulled him over before though. That's right. That's right. That's right. Here you go. Car 1513. You got their license plate blue? They don't get enough. Like, they don't really get enough of this. Like, come on, is you serious?
Always get the license plate if you can of the officer. And
exactly.
Let me tell you something he didn't do. I want to know a badge number and name. Always. Always. Yo, I can't believe how many people didn't know that. You always want a name and a badge number. Don't leave the scene without a name and a badge number. How are you gonna file a complaint later if you get violated? You want that information. A lot of y'all be scared trying not to get caught. Focus on being clean and being careful. The 2 C's, clean and careful. Moving clean means I'm not moving like a dummy. Being careful means I know who I'm dealing with around me, and I know that I have to make better decisions. Just be clean. Don't ride dirty. That's the number one way to get by. Don't ride dirty. Why? Why are you guys riding like that? Make better decisions. Because a lot of y'all be messing up your own way because y'all making those moves. Be clean and have proof. He's trying to show him the proof for the tint. But what he's going to tell him about the tint is that it's fake. And there's no conclusion to it. That's why I don't like this video. But the proof of what he's saying is real. But that's my only hatred. He never ended it with us figuring out that other part. Was it real or fake? Because he's trying to say he gave him a fake license to prove the tint. He's like, it's fake. He didn't even check it. He said it's fake. That's where you got to be careful. Because now this guy wants wreck on me. He ain't even listening to me. Trying to end me like it's fake. That means he wants some drama.
And 15 police district. No, I'm not cool because they schemed on me, yo. I'm glad y'all here. Like, they sat behind a bank. They sat behind a bank.
Okay. Here's where we're at. All right. This is what I was letting it work to.
Gonna pull me over for no reason.
Why? Before they try to lock you up.
See, turning your head isn't bad. But listen to all those people. Listen to it. Listen to how many people it is. Her yelling, that's a danger to me. I'd be like, ma'am, shut up. You won't get me rocked. Ma'am, shut up. Please. I'd be like that. Like, you gonna get me hemmed up. Listen to how they're surrounding the car. That sounds like a lot of people to me. I don't know about you. That sounds like a lot of people to me.
Exactly. I had already pulled over. I already pulled over before
That's
he even
crazy.
got behind me. He had no reason to jump behind me in the first place. So this whole stop is in the way. It should have never happened.
That's crazy. Here's so you can kind of get a view of how the car inside looks. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a Buick. It's like a big body. Like, you got to be careful.
Everything.
That symbolizes a lot of things. Different types of cars make cops look a certain way.
Sir, your supervisor? Okay. Your officers are making an illegal traffic stop. I got into my vehicle. I did nothing wrong. It's all on tape. I got car cams, and in addition to that, my cell phone's been recording. your officers targeted me, sat behind a bank, waited till I pulled off, and then pulled up behind me super fast. In addition to that, I was already pulled over, and your officers was probably about a block or half a block back, and I was attempting to get ready to exit my vehicle, and they came up and threw their emergency lights on. If you're familiar with who I am already, the officer that's sitting in the passenger seat, the African-American male, okay, is the original officer from the March 25th traffic stop. I'm being profiled and targeted by your police officers. It's all on tape and it's already online because I got an instant upload, so it's already online as to what your officers did. I called you here because I do not feel safe. He tried to order me out of my vehicle for no reason, and for the sake of not getting shot, I gave him my information and my paperwork. But there's no reason whatsoever that I have to sit here and fear for my life with you guys who wear a uniform and who have sworn to protect and serve, and it's either comply or die. Since when do African-American individuals become a target, sir? And I'm calling for him to call for his supervisor over and over and over, and he didn't call, and someone had to call that was a bystander. This is an illegal traffic stop, sir. He has no right to stop my vehicle for anything after I'm already pulled over. It's all on tape, and this is the second time around. I'm not going to keep being targeted by the 15th district. It's not going to keep happening.
Even as it may, as you stop for criminal violation standards, tinted windows, and third brake light's not visible.
You're saying that my third brake light is not visible, sir?
You need to address.
Sir, first of all,
which we can stop.
All right, let me explain something to you. Your officers were nowhere near. When you watch this video, later on,
your interpretations are traffic.
When you watch this video online later, you'll see that your officers were nowhere near my vehicle. They was not even behind my vehicle to sit there and say that my brake light. So listen, everybody, it's now my brake light is not visible, and then my tint when I already have a tint permit for my vehicle. Here we go again with the same nonsense with Philadelphia police and a Philadelphia police supervisor who's standing right here, okay, telling me, what did you just tell me? You said my issues are with traffic
Your
courts?
tint permit is not valid.
It's not valid? How's it not valid? Tell me why.
They do not issue tint permits.
They don't issue tint permit?
No.
So what is that?
That's something that you made up.
Oh, that's something I made up?
It is.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Okay, you guys hear this? See what I'm gonna do now. When he give it back to me, I'm gonna take a picture. Sir, I'm talking. Excuse me.
Any issue,
All right.
any issue you
Listen,
have.
I'm tired of you guys. I'm tired of being nice. You're not gonna tell me that I made it up because it came from.
Is there any other issues I can help you with?
Yeah, you can stay right here until your officers give me my paperwork back and I'll leave. Thank you. Tired of y'all. Black Lives Matter.
No justice.
No peace.
Now, see, that's where I differ, sir. I honestly, my thing is that's not what I would push in that situation because he ain't your problem. Didn't you just say the problem was the black officer? So why are you screaming at him? Like, I'm just objective. You get me? Objective. I'm not saying he's wrong for standing his ground, but look what he just started doing. No justice, no peace. Because the guy's white. But then you just have a problem with the black officer. Your problem was with the guy who pulled up the black officer. Why are you yelling at him? You see, this is why you got to stay objective. This is why. That was crazy. That white guy didn't do nothing. Why am I yelling at him? This black guy was the one who set me up. Didn't you just explain that? That was my confusion with the whole video. I knew that was going to happen, so it was confusing working up to it. That made no sense to me. Why am I yelling this in this Caucasian man's face when I just had said the black officer set me up? You showed the camera on him. Why? Why do that to him? You see his face? He was like, oh gosh. He was like this again. I don't blame him. I would have been doing the same thing. Like, I'm just the supervisor. Like, what did I do? I just showed up on call. That's my only criticism, man, other than the other stuff I mentioned. But that made no sense. Let me while we're on here, 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Let's see. Because what they said is interesting. Because I didn't check that. That's the only thing I didn't check. Or their tent permits in Philly. Let me see. Honestly, let me fill it. Oh, that's not it. It basically says contact the transportation department. Oh, so maybe he did get that from. Yo, you see, this is why you stay objective. Because maybe he did get that from PennDOT, like he said. Because what he's saying is that in order for me to be able to use the tents, there's a special code. And I got to check it again. It was Title 75 4524. Now, here's my thing. We don't know. Now, being that he got this, and I know how it works, especially in the state he's representing, I believe he was telling the truth. I believe he was probably telling the truth. I gotta say that. But yo, how dark? Must allow more than 70% of light in. Any darkness on top of 3 inches, front side windows must allow more than 70% of light in. Back windows, any darkness can be used. Rear window, any darkness can be used. Oh shoot, I didn't know that part. But yo, any darkness in his back window, any darkness in his front window, but there must be visible light on the sides. Okay. Now, I didn't see a side of his car in the video at all to tell. That's where I was pissed too. So those were the two parts I was mad. But a fact is, he may have been telling the truth. According to what I read on his code, he may have actually got it from the PennDOT. That may have been a fact. Very interesting. I would like follow-ups like that. But go over, support his Facebook on the cover screen. I have his YouTube. Go subscribe, support him. Let him know what you thought about his video. Comment below on this. Like, share, subscribe. You know the vibes. All rights reserved.